There you
Okay.
go.
Look, I'm even wearing my Christmas sweater. It's been on that chair since last Christmas time.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All righty. Think anybody will join us?
Maybe.
They can see the new Alex view. I mean, it's crispy. It looks. I mean, the clarity is great. What's
That,
up?
what is up, guys? I feel like our viewer thing is kind of bugged. I think it lies to us.
Some days.
Heck yeah, we're in Christmas already. Every day is Christmas Day here. I don't know. I feel like Thanksgiving is like a huge letdown every year. Like I don't even care about Thanksgiving anymore. Oh.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's cool, but Christmas is better. Alrighty. Higher. No, just higher. No, make it smaller. And then make it higher. Go higher.
Uh, oh, hold on, I lost my box.
Beautiful. Just like that.
Hold on, I want to.
Beautiful.
Oh, how do I get rid of this thing? I don't want you no more. Get out of here.
You don't like that no more? Let's see. Let's
So how's it going, everybody?
Yeah, how is it going?
T-Town must be getting busy with all those custom Christmas sweaters.
Can only imagine.
Uh,
There it is.
oh shit.
In full effect. Rude. Oh well, close enough. Good enough. Oh, so what's up, guys? We got 2 whole viewers. Funny thing about this time of year and right after SEMA, it's just,
Yeah.
I mean, it's an exhausting time of the year.
Dude, I try to keep up with like footage of all the things going on there, and they had some pretty sweet stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
kinda.
who was it? I think it was like Solar FX or somebody. They like sponsored that whole like LED combobulation in the middle. I don't even know what it was called.
Me either. Hold on one second.
Dude, it was sick. I wish I could like find videos of it again. It was like it was out of this world. It was just like I think it was like remote controlled. Like it just came down and it started like twisting and like flashing different colors. Oh yeah, everyone thinks that they need to be super fast and cheap. Unfortunately, that's people just suck at planning ahead and giving people time to get things done. Especially when it comes to something that's like a service and is kind of done like an art. Like I feel like as a
Yeah.
service provider, you don't really want to like rush too far along your process. Like I mean, an embroidery machine's gonna run as fast as an embroidery is gonna
Right.
run. you know, and then plus like heat transfers and stuff like that. Like you rush into things before ink dries, it bleeds into other things. Like I don't know. I think people just need to like chill out, be better at planning ahead. Oh yeah, artwork should never be free. It's
Yeah, that should be a paid skill all by itself.
a headache.
I got to my lunch late.
What would you get?
Salad.
Bronx Deli?
No, Pops.
Oh,
They usually have the better salads. Um, so what's new? I'm not used to
dude,
seeing just two people.
you know what is gonna be new? That new uh that new thing that's coming out that
Oh
we need
yeah?
to get a hold of. Yeah, I don't know. It might be too soon to talk about it,
Yeah, probably. If we don't have it, we shouldn't talk about it.
but it's coming, and you guys need to be on top of it.
Yeah,
Those graphics are crispy. I
they
really
are.
like that. I like that fade. I I wish I would have known about that fade. That's exactly how she blends in that burn tank effect. And the reason why I know is because you know how like in the wrap on the Photoshop document, there's that black thing and it says like burn away, whatever. If you hit it with a black paintbrush, it makes changes to it. It like changes the review.
Right.
I think it's dude. I need to play with more things.
It's okay. It's just, yeah, like not your phone. Just imagine if you could put your phone in the drawer and leave it there for the day, how much you could get accomplished. Can anybody relate to that?
I think a little bit of everybody can relate to that.
I know I can relate to it. And that's why most days, oh, people get pissed at me. I messaged you like 4 hours ago. Yeah, that's fine. My phone was in my fucking desk and I was doing work
Uh,
stuff. I don't check messages. I just try to avoid it because it gets, I mean, it's too easy. And you pick it up and your purpose is harmless. It's like, oh, I got a notification. Somebody's messaging me. You pick it up, you look at it, but then you see all these other notifications that you're like, oh, shiny. And next thing you know, you're off into this rabbit hole that consumes you for the next couple hours and you don't get nothing accomplished.
no,
Or I should say, don't get anything accomplished. Yeah, it's its
I
own
think
kind of
like I think the most like deceiving thought too is that like, oh, I'm just gonna go on here for inspiration.
thing.
And then you just get like so overwhelmed with inspiration that you get sidetracked and then you just like what was I doing again? It
Oh
was
my
so
God,
bad.
Jenny broke up with Bobby. I'm going to have to comment on that.
Better tell Bobby to get his shit together.
Right? Yep. Facebook will do that to you. That's why I don't. We have a TikTok account, and I don't know. I can't get one of these young people to play with it too much to try to get it rolling. And
It's just so
TikTok's,
hard to be original.
you don't have to be original. Just be whatever it is they want. Ooh, I just thought of something. I'm going to try something. It may or may not work. Um, um, see if I can find it.
Rick is Santa Claus.
Yes. Um.
He's now the old Saint Rick.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, it's so big.
Well, hold on.
Too Fresh is trying to get me to design his company wrap for his charger. I'm like, ugh. I don't even know. Honestly, like, I wouldn't have a clue on how to lay things out. Oh, that's funny.
That's pretty close.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Where'd he go? Just in time.
Does that look right?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Now you need to try to line yours up. We can do this. Fun with graphics. Uh-oh. Ayana's packaging really quick. And I don't know who the UPS person is, but...
I think it's Jimenez because I'm hearing the thing.
Oh, it is Jimenez. It's freaking dark outside already. No, it's not. Why does it seem dark outside? Oh, I know why. Because his truck's there casting shadows. It's yucky anyways. I don't like it. Oh, it's cold out. Nothing's good about it. I seem to have lost my smokes, and before anybody says anything, yes, I did, and I still smoke it. I'm just doing it. You're going the wrong direction, Alex.
Am I?
Uh-huh. Now look at the size of the Tink Keg logo and try to try to make it about the right size. See the Tin Keg logo?
Yeah.
And up in your
Oh, okay.
top left corner is where it's going to have to line up. So get the size about right and then start lining it up. And then the parts of Santa Claus out of. No, Tin Keg, the logo. Yeah. I think that's too big. Well, I don't know. Let's see. I think it's a little too big. Yeah, it's a little too big. Ha ha! Almost.
Too bad I can't can I arrow tap this? Oh, I can. They do it? Oh, it's so close.
No, the size is just a little bit off. I think it's a little small now because you got Santa Claus almost lined up. So arrow down twice. Doink, doink. Arrow down. Arrow down some more. Look at Santa's arm. It's not moving.
Oh,
It's not moving. Ooh, one more. Okay, now arrow to your right. Oh, other right, I guess left. Twice to the left. Okay, that's about perfect with Santa's arm. So now look at how the logo lines up and assess how far. That's how much bigger you got to make it. It's just
how do I
that little
zoom
bit.
out in my canvas?
You don't. You got to move it, but that's why you need to look at it first, so you know approximately how much bigger you need to make it.
Wait, don't I gotta make it smaller?
No. Oh, by the way, Control Z works. If you're trying to realign things the way they were. But you've moved it a million times now, so.
Oh, I'm close.
Yep, Santa. Oh, almost. Just use Santa's sleeve as a reference when you get close.
That is good enough.
Go up one arrow. We'll call that perfect. Enough. It works. It kind of looks like, you know.
Oh, you got mail. You
I
just
got
left
mail.
UPS. What'd you get from UPS? Oh, you probably gave UPS stuff. What'd you give to UPS?
I don't know. I'm checking the mail. He must not been talking about the email.
Oh, Chuck Cochran. Aren't you guys
Woohoo!
basically next to each other?
No, one's in Ohio and the other one's in Georgia.
Oh, I
But
thought Chuck was in.
that's almost neighbors. Well, quite the stream we're having here. But we got cool graphic things happening.
I think people just need to stop what they're doing. and come check us out.
Yeah. So we're gonna give something away for free this year, and we're not gonna tell you what it is right now. But I'll tell you, there's a hint happening at this very moment, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But it's going to be free, and it's going to be big, and only one person is going to get it, and there's only ever going to be one. And I know lots of people like one ofs.
I like one ofs. It makes me feel left out.
Not sure how that works, but okay. Is that like if you don't have the one of, then you're left out, and if you do have the one of, then you're left out.
Yeah, it gives me motivation sometimes. It's like, sense of urgency.
Um, I think that this and this need to go. And you should probably remove your logo too. There you go. Look at that.
Oh, I might get to lay some film on some windows on Saturday.
Yeah?
That should be fun. Yeah, I got Mark Haddad. He asked me if I could help him out this coming up Saturday, and like, yeah, I'll do that. I don't even know if remember how to. Be honest, it's been so long.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine though. I like working on this stuff too. It's usually like newer models of things and clean and easygoing. So
Yeah.
it's exciting. Yeah. Plus, I don't think I've seen him since I gotten any DSP. So I'm excited to show that off to him. He's going to probably be like, "What kind of wizardry did you bring this time?" I feel like I blow his mind every time I stop over there.
Yeah. We need to blow minds. We need to get a new program going. This
You know,
this coasting with no topic thing is getting to be for the birds. So we're gonna start either producing topics or we're gonna stop producing weekly tool talks. And I think I'd rather start producing topics. It was fun. So send in your topic ideas and we will probably just ignore them, but we're going to try to pay attention to them so that we have ideas because sometimes we're not that good
well,
at
we
ideas.
could ask them right now. Do you guys have a topic?
Yeah, we could
What are you
talk about,
working on?
yeah, what are you working on? Who's doing what? Yep. Hmm. November 11th is a bank holiday. It's Veterans Day. Let's not forget about that, folks.
So that means we can't go to the bank that day.
Well, we can. We just can't get in. And isn't Veterans Day on Saturday?
Yeah.
I mean, talk about special like privileges and shit. I'm telling you.
Whoa.
What? Whoa.
Travis is about to letter 6 enclosed trailers. Got some
Okay.
big stickers.
Could be big stickers. Maybe one day I'll bring you my trailer, Travis, and you can wrap it. It'll be fun.
I need to
My,
like get with somebody that's got experience in designing wraps. I
it's
think
just
so.
it's Alex. It's exactly like designing kegs, only it takes a lot longer to render.
Yeah, I get that, but like, is there are there like vehicle templates, just like outline templates?
There are, but and I used to have them, but they're not.
Is that like a
They're not.
subscription type thing?
Yeah. Well, it sorta. I mean, there's this thing called bad reps, and like, so you buy the whole database, but as the years go on, you're like, when vehicle templates change, you're going to want a new database. But realistically, with a tape measure, you don't need templates. You just Pro Vehicle Outlines is one you can probably, or you can buy templates or monthly. Okay. See, back when I was rapping shit, they didn't have Pro Vehicle Outlines. They just had bad reps. But
Bad wraps. They range from $9.99 to $29.99.
oh, bad reps is
This
selling individual templates now.
yeah. And then we got Pro Vehicle Outlines. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Travis is saying what I was about to try to say, but I couldn't get it out, is that with a tape measure and a picture, you can make your own template. You don't have to, you just put the vehicle up there and you size it properly. Now, if all your artwork is vector, then you can do it small. And that way it doesn't take you forever to make your changes. And then you just blow it up when it's done on the full size vehicle. Because basically, on like a trailer, it's not a big deal because your panels are going to be wherever your panels are and it doesn't matter. On like a car or a truck or something, you're going to want to try to make it as seamless as possible. So you're going to want to put your panels where the doors are, where the fender is, where, and that way you can do it seamless. And that's really the only reason that you would need a template. Otherwise, you take a picture of the car, you trace it out. Um, you cut you make a layer of just the car with the cutout, and then you put your picture behind that. Leave the windows in, leave the trim in, and you can make a quick mock-up. I don't know how Pro Vehicle Outlines is, but I know Bad Raps used to be like cartoonish, and it didn't make for a good presentation to the customer so much. Customers are a little slow. When you make a rendering for a customer, they expect it to look like it's already wrapped, like perfectly, and
Yeah.
it's not quite that great.
That image isn't pretty basic.
I agree, Travis. Designed to each seam so you don't have any seams. Takes a little more time and costs a little more, but it looks way better. But yeah, it's just like, commercial wraps is kind of like an art form also. You can, like back in the day when I first learned to tint, we didn't shrink window tint. So you do multiple seams on a back window. So you'd hide your seams behind a defroster line, and you would make, the better tinters would make the vehicle look like it was seamless. Wrappers do the same thing when they're designing wraps. Either they're doing it like the $99 tint job companies were doing and just laying strips however they landed, which for truck and trailers, that's probably what, or for trailers, that's probably what I would do. But then you got people like Travis that are like, well, there's already lines here. And if I put the seam where the line is, the line's already there. So it's seamless. And that's true. Then you don't have any extra seams. I was taught that on commercial wraps, it's going 60 mile an hour down the road. So who's going to see a seam? So that was always my philosophy.
Right.
And I didn't want to learn to wrap. My old boss made me do that. So that was irritating all by itself.
So installation wise, doing it the easy way, you know, the factory edges would be side to side, and you would have them plot and cut and printed, not plot, but printed and cut like that. So you know, you hinge it and then you like install, peel, install. But then the way that Travis is doing it, he's going directional with the film, going side to
No,
side instead of
not
top
on.
to bottom.
No, if he's wrapping a trailer, the trailer is going to be like upwards of 8 feet tall. So
Well,
there's,
no, I'm talking about like a sedan, not a trailer.
but a sedan. No,
Yeah.
you can still do the sedan up and down because your door is small enough, your fenders are small enough. You wouldn't have to go side to side or
Right.
long ways. You could, but the problem with that is typically between the door seams, it doesn't give you enough to wrap it in to make it look good. Where if you
I
do
just don't.
individual panels, then you have enough to wrap in and look good.
Right. Well, I guess where my confusion is like when I'm in the rap groups and I see like really good raps, and I'm wondering how do they get the continuation picture from like the door seam and then like that bottom trim all continuous.
You just on your panels that you print a bleed.
Oh.
So like when we would do like rockers and A, B, and C pillars, anything that's not connected to a moving part like a door or a fender panel, everything else,
Mhm.
we would print on its own separate section so that
Oh.
once we printed it and laminated it, then we would cut it apart and then we would lay it,
Mhm.
and but those pieces would be a cutout of the hang down below the door or the A pillar between the door and the windshield. And so it would be a continuation and then it was just a matter of lining it up and we would do those pieces last.
Sounds expensive.
Well, so what a lot of people do with like sedans and things like that is they will print one run front to back and then they just trim it as best as they can in between the seams in the gaps and whatever's there they just roll in. That's how I
Yeah.
was taught to do it, but I learned real quick that it's kind of pointless to do that and the amount of waste that you get because above the trunk is not usable material and above the front fender is not usable material. So really
Yeah.
only the doors are usable material. So if I wasted the little bit by doing each panel individually, I actually used less film and was able to give the customer a better job because I could give them a full wrap inside the door and inside the jams and everything so that when the doors are closed, you couldn't see that edge because most of these vehicles came in were fucking white and white's
Yeah.
stupid.
There's just so much to this world.
There is. The world has many pieces, and sometimes your wrap job has many pieces. But the goal of a wrap job is to make it look like a paint job. And some people are really good at that. We should go visit Travis one day.
I think we should.
Depends on the height and material. You can go a long ways. It's not as neat as you think. No, it sucks. And the worst part is, so the vehicle really needs to be clean. And most customers don't bring you a clean vehicle. And so you gotta plan dry time because those edges of like door panels and fenders and all that stuff, headlights, all the things, anything that you don't want to take apart and blow out is going to hold water for a long, long time. So what we would try to do is wash the vehicle first and then do our disassembly. And as we're disassembling, blow it out and then let it wait until the next day to even start wrapping. And then before we started wrapping, we would blow it again because you might think you got all the water out. But the thing about wrapping is where you need it to stick the most is where the water is going to seep out and it won't stick. And it won't stick for hours. And it'll probably suck dirt up under there and look like shit. Yeah, I did not like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was cool. Like after, but the reason I stayed a window tinner and didn't really gravitate towards those other things was simply because, you know, even in the beginning when I started getting paid for tint, I'm doing tint jobs in a couple of hours, and in a couple of hours I could get the satisfaction of seeing the transformation I made. But wrapping vehicles, no matter how hard I practiced, it took me days to see the satisfaction. And I'm not that kind of patient. I don't know if you've noticed with me, but I like stuff now. And I couldn't get that with wrapping. It was poopy. The good news is most of your commercial stuff, you're your worst critic. Your customers are usually pretty good. It's that color change shit customers that really make you step up your A game because they think it's supposed to look like paint and they inspect it like they do window tint.
It's it's such a wide field. Like they really expect like no margin of error.
Travis is smart. He refuses to do color change. The only color change I was doing was I would do a roof, I would do hoods, headlights and taillights. That was it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, trying to do the whole car, it just gets way too. I mean, for the guys that do color changes for a living, hats off to you because that's just a stress I don't need on a regular basis. And I suppose just like anything else, once you've been doing it long enough, the little nuances probably just become second nature. But that transition from struggling to fluid is just too much for me. And I think a lot of your color change guys started out there. So it's a big learning curve. But I don't care how long you've been tinting. I don't care how long you've been doing commercial wraps. Color changes isn't a new animal. And you got to think of stuff like before you do it because all the spaces where you're going to see the old color, you need to see that before you put the main body on because some of it you got to do inlays and hide before you actually do the wrap so that the outside wrap overlaps the inside. And sometimes you think you're good between like a door and a fender or around the windshield trim or the roof moldings. Is well, you kind of know because you played with all that.
Yeah.
They kick your ass.
Yeah. The little like grooves above the door. And when I pulled it, it took the paint off with it.
Oh, goody. And that's the
But
other thing too, because you got no control or knowledge of the condition of the paint underneath the paint, as far as the
it's
bond
not
goes.
good. From what I read was like that generation of GM vehicles was like really like there was a lot of paint bubbling going on in that era, and like a lot of the metal underneath is rusting.
Well,
So
not really rusting. See, that was the era when General Motors finally decided to get serious about trying to prevent rust, and they were treating the metal before they painted it, and so the adherence of the paint was a little less than. And
mm,
so that's why, in that era and a little bit older of GM cars, you see a lot of them missing big chunks of paint, but there's no rust underneath of it.
no, my the thing with the Buick is that there's like spots of rust bleeding through the paint. And it's like if you look on the door, it's just literally everywhere. Like the
What
whole
year
door's got
what year is it?
um I think it's a 2012.
Oh, okay. No, that
It's
the GM problem with the adhesion was I think like late 90s, early 2000s, or maybe
oh,
mid to
okay.
late 90s, early 2000s, but they had
It's
all
like
kinds of
weird.
problems and complaints with that. And
And then like around the wheel wells, it's just like flaking off like the paint is. And then
well,
it's even doing that on the roof, like along the edges.
nobody ever accused General Motors of getting their paint right yet.
Ugh.
And it's I mean, especially in our area, we abuse the finish on our vehicles with just the way we treat the roads. So,
Yeah.
and then as consumers, in the wintertime, it's cold, it's nasty. The roads are still wet. You don't feel like washing it, but really in the wintertime, you need to wash your car a couple times a week. And sometimes our temperatures get to the point where you really can't, because if you do, it's going to freeze.
No, it's not liquid. It's solid. They throw solid
Yeah,
salt everywhere.
yeah, they spread rocks all over the roads. We're on like the country's biggest salt mine, so salt's really cheap here, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're going to use the shit out of it." Every now and again, they'll
Yeah.
mix it with brine, but yeah, no.
No, it's straight nastiness.
Most of the time, it's just big trucks full of rock salt, and
You can walk like from one place to another place in the wintertime and then like lick your lips and it's just straight salt.
yeah, there is so much
That shit
salt in
gets
the air in the wintertime.
everywhere. Yeah, you threw brake lines. You're in Wisconsin, right? We should go over there. I haven't really hung out in Wisconsin. I've hung out everywhere but Wisconsin. Been to Indiana, Illinois, and Minnesota. I like Minnesota. Maybe I'll like. We should do like a Mall of America. Like
So, are you a
thing.
Vikings fan or a Green Bay fan? Because, like, if you're a
Or
Green Bay
Kirk
fan,
Cousins.
that's Vikings, ain't it?
Yeah. I think he pulled an Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is like, oh man, he is invested. You see him on the sidelines, just like,
He's like the new coach.
Well, I mean, he's doing what he can, and he is determined to get back in by December. And he's doing reps and stuff, and in practice, and dropping back and passing. So, like, he's really trying to do the thing. But the reality is, the way that the Jets are going, I don't see him. I don't think it would be a good move for him to come back. Yes, go Lions.
So, so Kirk Cousins went into surgery on the first, and they say 4 to 6 months of heal time.
And what did he hurt?
Oh, he ripped his Achilles.
Oh, okay, so same as Aaron.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. So I don't know.
Apparently that's a thing now.
He might be done for the year. No, well, he's definitely done for the year. But I don't know what they're gonna do next year.
I don't know. He should be able to make it back by next year. Um, it'll be real close. Maybe not right at the beginning of the year. I'll just have to see how it plays out. But I don't know. The quarterback that they got in this place, he seems to be doing pretty well. Well enough that the sports radio talk people are talking about how
Oh, you're
maybe
talking
we
about
should be worried.
you're talking about Zach Wilson. You're talking about Jets or Vikings?
Vikings.
Oh,
I think it's
okay.
Knox or something.
Check them out.
I'm shitty with names.
Knox. Nox. No, Knox is Buffalo Bills. He's injured too. Oh,
Oh,
that's
damn.
the tight end.
Okay, who am I thinking then?
Quarterbacks. Dobbs. Dobbs.
Dobbs. Hey, that's almost the same, right?
Oh my God, he looks like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. Like he looks like Dobby. It's Dobbs. Look at his stats.
Oh no. I just looked
Oh,
at my
he's been
clock.
killing it.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty good.
They've
Like,
been playing him since the start.
yeah, maybe good enough that he keeps the position even when Kirk Cousins is ready to come back.
Dude, I think he's been doing more than Kirk Cousins.
Probably. And the funny thing
That's so
is,
crazy.
like, they lost their ass on the Kirk Cousins trade. I think
He's
that
already got
was
14 touchdowns this season.
that's pretty consistent.
Yeah, 4 of them are
What's
rushes.
up, Scott?
Hey, Scott. I don't know. This is my Chiefs bye week, so I don't know. I'm like worried.
What are you worried about? Oh, because you don't have any Lions on your roster.
No, I don't. All the
That's
good ones
okay.
were taken.
I don't know. I don't see. I don't look at the Lions as a bunch of superstars. I look at it as a bunch of guys with jobs, and they either all do well together or they all do shitty together. And they play as a team. And most of the time, when they're on track with each other like that, they mesh well, and they actually,
Oh, she just ditched
yeah,
us.
she just doesn't even care. But as long as everybody does decent at their job, they win games.
Yeah,
That
for sure.
rather than leaning on this superstar, and that's why Dan Campbell's so laid back when he has an injury. He's like next man up mentality. Because we're not trying to have, hey, what's up, invasion? We're not
Yo.
trying to have superstars, because if a superstar gets hurt and he's who's carrying your team, then you're fucked. I mean, look at the Jets and look at their. I mean, Their freaking
There's got
defense
to be a
is
balance.
amazing. Yeah. But even if, you know, last night they lost, well, actually, yeah, last night they lost, and that was, they still managed to hold the Vikings to, um, they still managed to hold the Vikings to 20 points, but most of their games they're holding the other team in the teens, which is why they're able to win when they do win, is because they don't have to score that much. If they had Aaron Rodgers, I think that they'd be a force to be reckoned with. But the problem is they can't get their offensive line healthy enough to get any consistency. So poor quarterback just gets trampled all the time. And I don't think Aaron Rodgers, he would be losing his shit right now.
Dude, we're still second in our conference, and then we're fifth in the league.
Second in our
So
conference.
I think so.
Wow.
The Eagles are first.
Oh, that
Like the
conference.
whole conference. Yeah, the whole
Okay.
conference. We're leading NFC North.
Yes.
So
It
like
was by a
we're still
lot,
in the
but
playoffs.
it's not looking like a whole lot anymore, but we gotta start banging drums. And somebody's got to beat the fucking Eagles.
Dude, seriously.
And what's up with the Ravens? Oh my god. Like every time they go up against a good team, they just annihilate them. It's crazy. Although they struggle with the bad teams. Like almost like they don't prepare for them.
That's how it was with Kansas City a couple weeks ago. They were up against geez, who did they lose to last week? Uh
Not last week, the week before.
yeah.
Have to look. Can't remember.
It was the Broncos. Yeah, it was the Broncos. They lost 9-24.
To like the worst team in the league. Okay, not quite the worst team. Or are they the worst? No, I don't think they're quite the worst
No,
team.
they were almost the worst team in the league. I think it's the Cardinals. Yeah, it's the Cardinals. And then it's the Giants. And then it's the Bears. Oh, and the Panthers. The Panthers aren't doing so hot either.
Oh yeah, the Bears are. But I don't know. There is a lot of funk going on in the NFL this year. It's just
I would say it's the Cardinals because they're on a 6-loss streak.
that's rough. But they don't have their
Hey,
quarterback either.
hey, we've been there
How,
a
how
lot of
many?
times.
A lot of times. How many quarterbacks are out right now? I swear it's like 12. It's a huge number. It's like, wow. I mean, Stafford was out, Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, um, Josh Allen just came back a couple weeks ago.
There's a lot of. Oh my god, the injury list is like hundreds. Oh, hold on here.
It's crazy.
Oh, not Ring Central. Get out of here.
Shit, wrong button.
I'm losing my icons. Right there. It's just wild. Not a good time to play football.
Oh, and it doesn't let you reorder them.
No, it's just by teams.
Rude. Jeez.
I don't
Okay,
even
let's
think that's all of them.
one. Oh, this is gonna take a minute.
Oh,
My eyes are going crossed. I'm gonna miss a bunch of them.
that's crazy.
It is.
I'm so happy I don't play football. Oh yeah, Matthew Stafford is out, and Ernest Jones.
For
Kirk, Cu- Kirk Cousins and Nick
5,
Mullins.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13.
Dude, that's crazy, bro. The Giants lost both of
13.
their court.
13 quarterbacks out.
Did you see that New York Giants? They lost both of their quarterbacks yesterday.
No, I didn't. But I counted them in the list, I'm sure. If it's a
Yeah,
current list.
Daniel Jones tore his ACL in his right knee, and then Tyrod Taylor took his place and then injured his rib cage. I might have to go watch that game. Like they were like really got smashed up. I don't know. Well, ceramic
Power.
over ceramic, okay. Full windshield and a sun strip.
Yeah,
It should be fine.
it'll be fine. Hey, we're number 5 in the power rankings. I'm not mad about that. Eagles,
Ah,
Kansas City, Baltimore, Dolphin. I don't like that the Dolphins are in front of us though.
Dolphins are killing it.
They're good.
They got Tyreek Hill and they got Tua.
That's all right. Kansas City still handed them their asses this weekend.
Dude, that was so funny. In the beginning of the game, uh, Tyreek Hill, he had the ball, and then it was like such an easy fumble, and then he just
Yeah.
like, I was like, damn, he's like still looking out for the Chiefs. He's playing against them. Hey, what's up, Alex? How you doing, bro? Did you crash any drones at SEMA?
You know what? I didn't even take my drone out of the truck all weekend.
I seen one of your videos from the weekend.
My video or Mary's video?
Mary's video of you.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it was called the carburetor.
Oh, Carburetor Hill. Yeah,
Yeah.
that video did not do that justice. That was the one I was telling you about that was like 60 feet tall and damn near vertical with ledges and
That's
oh,
the one you were talking about. Okay.
that was intense. I mean, I killed it, but I got to the top and I was shaking so bad. It was like, oh my God, what's this new drug? Oh, it was something. But hey, it is that time. We are past due.
Oh,
We we must need to call it because it's going to be dark soon because it sucks. I still got to get with this new time change thing. I went too far in the
yo,
wrong direction.
I will look for it though, T Town. I'll give it a watch tonight. Oh, nice. I have to
Yeah,
check it out.
yeah, you'll have to give us heads up because if it's more than 24 hours away, we tend, I mean, just actually, to be honest, a few hours away, we tend to forget. It's tough. It's tough being us. And
Well,
Alex,
alrighty.
your
What's up?
video looks so much better, by the
I
way.
know.
We still got to figure out now, we just got you a baseline, but now we just got to get a little color into you. Not much, but it's weird. It's like your lips are red, your shirt's red, but your face looks like it's in a black and white movie.
I'm sick today.
I don't think so. This one Thursday, I won't have a link until Wednesday night. Well, that's all right because if you tell us before Wednesday, we're not going to be there anyways because we'll both forget. Yep. Yep. Good show today. See you guys next week. Thanks, Matt. And yeah, next week we hope to have some serious topic. I'm thinking it's been a minute since we took a keg apart and talked about the inners and outers. So look forward to next week. We're going to do things keg related and maybe some other things too, but we're going to get like, a lot of people are using kegs in the industry and a lot of people buy them and don't really understand the mechanics inside of them. So we'll do two things. One, we're going to get you familiar with the mechanics inside of them and the do's and don'ts. But also, if you don't have a keg and you want a keg and money's tight and you don't want to buy a keg, I mean, you can always buy one from us. We back them with a lifetime warranty and we take good care of our customers. But not everyone can afford to pay somebody else to do it for them. So we'll be helping you understand all the pieces and parts that you need. There are less expensive alternatives out there, although I don't recommend most of them. But they are enough to get you started, and we'll help you find that direction. And also, anything that you have trouble finding or aren't too sure about, we sell the parts that we put in our kegs. So you can buy them all individually, and I'll tell you a little secret. If you bought all the pieces to a keg from us, it would be cheaper than if you bought a keg from us. And we believe in customer service. So if you bought all the parts, you're going to get a phone call and we're going to ask you if you wouldn't mind us putting it together for you. And then you'll have an assembled keg. So it takes a little more legwork, but if you do some of the legwork, you save some of the money. That's just how that works. But look forward to that next week. And hopefully we have a great show for you planned. And next week, we're going to announce a big giveaway for this year. And we're going to do the giveaway whatever the tool talk after Christmas is. Oh, I suppose I can look at the calendar. Let's see what it says. It says, oh, yeah, day after Christmas. We're going to give something away. But we're going to announce it next week because from next week on the announcement until Christmas, the entries will be going in. And I will tell you the entries will be automatic. So hopefully you guys will love that to death. And if not, it's okay. We're still going to make somebody happy. So we will see you next week. Look forward to it.
Later.
Bye.